Morning. We can now speak to Tessa from the environmental charity Hubbub, who are behind the Community Fridge project in Milton Keynes. Good morning to you, Tessa.
Good morning.
What is a community fridge then? Explain that to me.
So a community fridge is a space where any individual or business can share surplus food locally. There's 47 open in the UK at the moment, about another 50 set to open in the years ahead. And most of them are housed in community centres, cafes, churches, some in universities, some are street corners, etc.
Yes.
And so there's there's three in and around Milton Keynes. There's one in the old Bath House, which has been running for nearly 2 years now, another in Wharton, and a third in West Bletchley in Daisy Chain Children's Centre.
Who does the food go to?
The food goes to anyone, really. The main purpose of the community fridge is to try and help householders and businesses reduce food waste, but also to normalise the spirit of sharing, get people thinking, OK, well, if I've got some bananas that have gone black, and maybe the University of Cranfield can help with this, and I'm going on holiday and I don't think I'm going to eat them before they turn black,
yes,
you could donate them to the fridge. Or if you've got a small corner shop that's got some fruit and veg that actually it's not looking its best anymore, but it's still perfectly good to eat, they might then want to donate food to the fridge. So anyone can give or take from the fridge. So it's a lovely space for people to get to know their neighbours and also encounter some quite strange new foods.
Sure. I suppose at the end of the day, how do you stop it? People abusing that privilege, though.
Yeah, I think that's a good question. Most of them do have kind of staff on hand to chat to people using the fridge, and I think they tend to have a very communal feel. People meet their neighbours.
Sure. So it could be like. So it could be like. I'm just think. I've never heard of it before. A community fridge. But the more I think about it, I think, what a great idea. So if you live in a block of flats, this could be in like the main hallway, for example, and you just think, let's see what's in the fridge today. Oh, that's in there. I can have that. Or like you said, you're leaving on holiday. You think, I'll put these in here rather than throwing them away.
Exactly. It's a very simple concept.
Very. Sometimes the most genius ideas.
Yeah.
How much difference does it make to? I can't believe there's 10 million tons of food wasted every year.
Yeah, good question. I mean, the fridges vary hugely depending on how many days a week they choose to be open. But the community fridge at the old Bath House redistributes 1.4 tons of food per month. And they can really, what we find is we speak to all of the community fridges around the UK and ask them to weigh the amount of food that's moving through. And we're finding that anything from 0.4 tons to 4 tons a month moves through. So, yeah, they have a relatively significant impact. And then they also provide people with advice on how they can reduce their food waste at home through better planning and storage.
In this building, the fridge causes more arguments and falling outs than we have a communal fridge. And there are some people who work here who feel that we already have a community fridge and help themselves to other people's butter and milk. So are you hoping that this idea will spread?
Yeah, well, if you do want to set up a community fridge within your office, you can visit hubbub.org.uk/the-community fridge. But yeah, we found the idea has really taken up. We've had interest from overseas, and about 900 different community groups around the UK have got in touch to express their interest in setting one up. So it's clearly an idea that resonates with people.
I think it's a great idea. Like you said, it'll get you trying sometimes maybe new food that you never would have tried before.
Absolutely, and it's really, I think, human nature to want to share food with people. And as you say, these new and exciting ingredients come through. So at the Camberwell Community Fridge last year, and some tamarind came into the fridge, and everyone said, "Oh, what's this?" And a long-standing visitor, Muriel, said, "Oh, this is how we eat it in Jamaica." And she bit the end off and sucked out the flesh, and then spat the seed on the floor, and everyone was
happy apart from the cleaner.
Everyone was happy apart from the cleaner, but everyone wanted to cook with tamarind that week. So it broadens people's horizons.
It's a really, really brilliant idea, and I hope it really does catch on. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. It's 8.